Hello there, welcome back to Kongo. So, this is the third time I'm trying to record this because the recording software has crashed now twice. So, let's see if we can actually make something work. Luckily enough, I haven't pressed on further. Last time we had a war against Portugal, I believe. A war we won, took most of their southern holdings, which is great. Now, however, we had war with Spain due to, well, the 13 Colonization. Wow, the 13 Colonization conquest of Pensacola. So basically, it's Britain versus Spain, or their colonies versus each other that started this war. I will be trying to snatch the colonies, but I don't think I'll be able to. But once again, I'll give it a try. Potentially, Britain might hand me something. We might get lucky, but that's not the main focus right now for me. What I'll be focusing on is securing the northern coast, and there's a very simple plan for doing this. I have no idea if I'd actually gone over it, but I think we're going for vassalization of Fez. Then we're going to go for a war against Algiers, taking these three provinces. First of all, we want this one to release Morocco. This one we want to connect to Tunisia here, release them as well. Then we'll go after Oman, or declare war on Oman for the sole purpose of getting Socotra. We'll probably do that around the time we prepare for peace with Algiers. I'm a little bit unsure on that, but Oman should bring in Tripoli, which hopefully won't bring in the Ottomans, but if they do, I'm pretty sure we can, to some extent, well, beat that, but it all depends. We'll be using the Mamluks in this area to conquer that, so all in all, I think we have a decent plan that will work. With the help of the Mamluks, we'll get most of this area. Of course, we'll probably have to conquer this thing ourselves, or we don't really have to. Once I've taken back the Mamluk lands, I can just vassalize Tripoli, and the main problem will be the wars against Portugal and Spain, but the real problem will be once I actually have to go up against Great Britain. And that is kind of why I'm tempted to, for my next idea set, to just go for the naval ideas. Once again, we will need a superior navy, and it will be hard to get that. We might have to actually go for taking down the colonies in the New World, for a simple reason of getting a little bit more of a naval force limit here. So we'll have to consider that as we go. But for now, or first, we'll just focus on our war with Spain here, and hopefully we can get something out of this. We'll see how it goes. Well, we might already be in trouble. There's a 45,000 man Spanish army here that is marching. I have no idea if they're actually planning on sieging anything or just running around. They might actually just do that. This is actually fairly good. It might help with the coalition, might get them out of it. But yeah, as I said, the Spanish running around in my country, it could potentially be a triple left coalition. Good. But as I was saying, the Spanish army could really become a problem. I don't actually have a good way of dealing with this either, which is even worse. The only thing I really can think of is if they continue marching south, I could potentially join up these armies and potentially defeat it. But other than that, I don't really have I don't have an idea or a way to beat them. So I think we're going to at least fetch another one of those 20k armies just for insurance, more or less. I can't really think of a better way to put it, more or less. So we are going to continue colonizing and all that, but we'll try to be a little bit more careful in our movements here. If they go off the colonies, that's kind of bad, but aren't really too much I can do about it. They shouldn't actually go north due to the AI acting like it can't actually see that, but yeah, we'll have to see how it all works out. For now, we'll join up Navy, we'll fetch some more troops, and hopefully we can make something work here. We'll see. So, Great Britain is requesting we come to the raid in a war against France. I guess I'll accept. France doesn't really have anything that Portuguese patriots have risen up. Are you serious? Well, the Spanish will kill them for me, so that's not a problem. But yeah, once again, a hilarious little fact here is that with all of these actually joining up, well, the French shouldn't be a problem per se, since I'm pretty sure I won't have to fight them at all. But Great Britain versus Spain and France, if they win that, then they're definitely in charge. A second problem here is, of course, the fact that the French actually has a navy in the area that I didn't account for. That could potentially ruin this one due to the fact I'm running very low. I'm running very low on the maintenance, so it could potentially screw up the picking up of the navy plan. So let us just get maintenance to full. The Spanish army, once again, I'm pretty sure it'll actually march all the way all the way down south here. So hopefully we can stop it there and kill it off. We'll have to wait and see. But for now, I'll fetch the other 60,000 men just to be sure, and then we'll see how it all plays out. So the Spanish army actually stopped up here, which is not the best, but at least it gives us a very small advantage. We are going to continue with sieges here and just try and siege the colonies. Apparently overall we see that, as you can see here, the British are actually losing, but it's mostly due to the war goal. So potentially I might be able to make something work in the long run here. As you can see, they are almost on a positive scale. No idea if I'll actually get anything of this though, but we'll try. So with this, if I can lure these guys into battle, that should probably force them to agree to some sort of peace deal, and I'll just join up my troops once they get there. We'll see how it goes. So I managed to actually lure them in, but I was a little bit slow in joining up the troops here, and apparently they do have a fairly strong navy or army here, because my troops are being killed very quickly. We also have some Portuguese patriots that needs to be dealt with, and I think we'll have to do that very quickly. But for now, we'll just focus on getting rid of the Spanish army here. I think I can actually afford them to just hunt them down, or I'm pretty sure they will run up here, and I don't think they can run too much or longer than that. But we'll cover them by sea. We'll cover the rest of my army by sea, and hopefully that'll be enough to keep them safe. But I'm a little bit unsure. They'll actually go up here. So we'll send a navy up there to help. Once again, hopefully that'll be enough. I can invest in... let's see here. They actually ended up in a battle here, and we should win that. They mostly just have cannons, so yeah, it should lead to well, to some degree, a regular victory. So I think we're just going to use that army to hunt them down, and we're going to deal with rebels and everything here with the other armies. So, will I take diplomatic tank? I think I should do. We do have enough to take whatever we want anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Can now build a naval base and a custom house. Probably won't be built, but good to have. We can go for defensive idea here. Do I want to take defensive mentality? Do I want any of these, really? Not really. I need offensive ideas, or ideas that'll directly help my army. These won't, really. They'll only prolong sieges. I could take religious to get a little bit of more or less revolt risk, but don't think we'll do that either. We'll use our administrative points to get another idea. But as you can see, the war here is more or less already won, at least on our end. All that we really need to do now is make sure that we hunt down the Spanish armies and destroy them, or destroy it. And to be perfectly frank, that shouldn't be too much of a problem. This army is 90% cannons right now, so there you have it. It's already been completely destroyed. So once again, it shouldn't be a problem at all. For now, however, we'll just set up sieges in the colonies here, and hopefully that'll be enough actually to force through a deal for at least one or two of these. We'll have to see, but if I can just secure the southern part of the African tip here, it'll help me tremendously for a couple of reasons. First of all, it'll allow me to march my troops without actually having to use ships, and second of all, it'll make sure that I can't actually create any armies down their ships. Everything really, and that of course will be that'll be a huge help as well. I think we'll go ahead and boost that up, especially since we already have some overextension that could potentially be a problem to deal with if the rebels get a grip of the country. So yeah, we're going to do that, and once again we'll just wait until the war's done, and then we'll go after Fez, Algiers, Tripoli, Oman, everyone really. We'll see how it plays out. This might have been a bad idea, especially if I actually handed anything, but I doubt Britain will give me anything here, so we might as well just take Admin Tech 12. Fine Arts Academy basically allows me to build said Fine Arts Academy, which is actually fairly useful to build, because the simple fact that, let's see here, as you can see, stability cost modifier minus 5%, but I think we're going to build a war college first. It's going to be a little bit more useful, I think, especially right now. And other than that, we did get, I believe we got a couple of new buildings, but not really that interesting. As you can see, sieges in the area is going fairly alright. The Spanish does have some armies, but they are low on everything here. But so is also Britain. So I'm pretty sure they'll actually end this war rather soon, I would believe. But it remains to be seen. We should also have the sieges done pretty quickly. We have suffered we have lost quite a bit of manpower during this war, which is quite bad, but we have a good enough economy to actually allow ourselves to rely on mercenaries, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem in the long run here. But I'll allow the war to just play its course, and then we'll see what we'll do afterwards. Military attack 21 has been reached, and with that we have caught up to Spain and I believe everyone else as well, so that's great. Infantry shock plus 0.5 will help out a little bit at least, especially when it comes to fighting the wars in the north, I guess I should say. I believe Fez hasn't actually gotten themselves any allies here, as you can see, so they are definitely our first target here, but as you can see we have great relations with them. But once again, great relations isn't actually something that I would consider a, well, very positive thing. But what I am actually considering here, due to the fact that these guys are allied with just Hajjaz will definitely become the leader of the war. But it doesn't really matter, they are already at war with Tripoli. So what I think we're actually going to do is align ourselves with Fez, declare war on Algiers, take these 3 provinces, then break that alliance with Fez. Yeah, I think, or should I go after Fez first? It's a hard choice. No, I think we'll just insult them and declare war on them. It should be it shouldn't be a problem per se, and hopefully they'll make everything play out to our advantage. I'll probably just keep 20,000 men up here then, since in case Hejjaz actually joins in and marches troops into my area. They'll basically just be there as a precautionary measure, but for now I'll get my troops in position for wars against Algiers and Morocco. And then we'll see how it plays out. Once again, I'm not really too worried here about what will happen. France will give Courbayrat to Holy Roman Empire, Brabant, Namur, Münster. So Great Britain actually handed things over to the Rome, or the Holy Roman Empire. And this could I can potentially ally these guys in the future, which is great. Are they actually allied with Britain? Yeah, they're allied with Russia though, so yeah, this is definitely a Europe is Europe is just a clusterfuck waiting to happen. I need to secure the North Coast before the Holy Roman Empire, Russia, anyone really starts messing in this area, because if they do, I'm definitely going to get trashed. So let us just get ready for wars against Algiers and Fez, and then probably Tripoli as well afterwards. We'll see how it all goes. So yeah, we're going to start with Fez. The war against Spain is still raging, but they don't have any troops in the area, so they basically are powerless. Ottoman seems to actually be at war with Tripoli here, but I'm a little bit unsure. They're actually at war with Tripoli, and that means that their allies have become very few. So I'm actually very tempted now to take advantage of this and declare war on them as well. Oman and Karakonlu, not really that scary, but the problem is once again the simple fact that I have Fez and Algiers to worry about, and I think the war against the Ottomans will last a little time or a while, so I should be able to finish the war with Algiers and Fez before everything is said and done, more or less. Can also have 2 diplomatic relations. I think I will go over with one here. I could potentially just conquer this and sell it to Fez, since they do actually have claims on it, which is a little bit interesting. But for now, I'll just get my troops in position. We'll declare war on Fez, and then we'll declare war on Algiers as soon as I have actually gotten myself military access with them, and it's using that to actually land a fleet here rather than anything else. Some more Portuguese patriots in Boina, which is very annoying. I'll actually have to send this fleet in back again to deal with those rebels. And I guess I can use just this 20k army here to deal with Fez. It shouldn't actually be too much of a problem just doing that. And we'll also just cancel the military access, I think. I might try to get a military access with Tripoli instead. And yeah, I can actually get a military access with them instead. And then just march my army through Tripoli into Algiers. That could also work. And then use that other one as a rebel hunter army. But for now, I'll just crush Fez. And then we'll see what I decide on afterwards. So, we have a new heir to the throne here, Alvaro, a 231. Crappy as hell, so hopefully it'll die. Once again, mean of me, but it's necessary. I've actually allied both Algiers and Tripoli, and the reason for that is simple. Once I actually allied Fez, it won't really matter too much. And also by doing this, I can potentially, well, destroy Algiers without getting Tripoli mad at me, which also would be good. But as you can see, the Ottomans are actually going pretty hard on them. and it's Ottoman conquest of Charizor, so it's actually a battle for this province right up here. So that should at least, well, kind of guarantee that they don't actually go after too many of the Mamluk provinces, which of course is great. I will probably have to find the Ottoman to take this back if I want to, but we'll have to see. They are starting to get a little bit scary. But with that said, however, I'm pretty sure that I can now just march my troops into or to the Algerian border. I don't have to really rely on any deals anymore, which is great. And I think that I can allow to place 20,000 troops here. We will find Algiers. We'll probably just break the alliance once we make peace with Fez. And then we'll go after them. We might actually go after Tripoli first, however. I'm a little bit unsure on the matter. But I'm very tempted to go after Tripoli first, because it will be crippled after the war with the Ottomans. I can easily get a Mamluk province here. And all in all, it will probably be the easiest way here. And I can actually afford 3 vassals. Fez, Morocco, and, well, Tunis will be 3, but I think I can afford to take a 4th one, and my diplomatic power will suffer, but as you can see right now, I'm getting so much that it won't actually matter too much. It should be perfectly alright. But this episode has been a lot of chit-chat. We have defeated Spain, theoretically, with help of Britain, and we're also starting now the conquest of Northern Africa. We'll see how it goes next time. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like, and hopefully, I'll see you around next time. Bye.